they do stop to talk, it's in a language only they understand. Now millions of American kids are Now millions of American kids are It may be the most addictive toy in history.
Maybe you will be brain dead from staring at this thing all the time. Maybe you will be brain dead from it. Maybe you will be brain dead from staring at this thing all the time. Maybe you will be brain dead from it.
I just like jumping on things and killing them.
Hello everyone, my name is Gavin Strange. Welcome to the stream. Oh, it's lovely to see you all here. It's really exciting having a full chat straight away. Everyone's chatting away, talking about their stuff. Everyone's doing their things. It's a very exciting Tuesday. I like it. So today's stream is me sharing just some of the people and their feeds that inspire me. I want to just show you 30 or 40 different accounts and just hopefully they inspire me, so hopefully they're going to inspire you. So that is the plan for today's lunchtime stream. How's everyone doing? How's everyone getting along? I'm pretty good. Trying to think what I've done. Had a lovely weekend. Celebrated 5 years wedding anniversary with my lovely wife, so that was fun. So we all got to hang out. We had a bit of a socially distant sushi takeaway, so we thought ahead, got a Deliveroo delivered to Jane where she works, then we brought it home and we all had a little picnic together, which was ace. So that was really nice. We went out on the Sunday and went here in Bristol. There's this ace little sort of underground skate spot that is called Daveside, and it's under the underpass. There's also this sort of pump track that's been tarmacked over, and it's great. We took Sully there for the first time, and I had a little go on my board, even though my legs really hurt and I'm not very good, and he had his first little go and stuff, so that was pretty sick. So a little family skate session, which was great. What have you guys been up to? What's been happening with you, lovely lot? What have you been doing, seeing, making, creating, doing? I'm always really excited to hear what you're all up to, and it's just every time we stream we seem to find new people, and we've got this lovely community of people hanging out and sharing what they do, which is ace. And on that note of community as well, we also have a Discord. The internet is a pretty horrible place at times, and it feels like it can be all encompassing and emotionally overwhelming. And we've set up this place called the Happy Place Discord, and it is basically a digital space for people to hang out as they're working, as they're creating, or as they're just hanging out. And it's intentionally just happy. We just share stuff that we like, inspirational stuff, thing that motivates us. We share our own work, and it's really meant to be just a nice, positive, happy community for people who just need a bit of something good whilst they're working, whilst they're living and existing. The link for that is in the description here on Twitch if you go to the profile of what you're watching on. So everyone is welcome. Please do come and join. So yeah, do come and hang out with us on there. Just going to have a little catch up on the chat. First of all, massive thank you to Aid Mills for the subscription. You are a lovely, kind, wonderful human being. Thank you so much. And I think that may have unlocked a new emote slot, which is great. I've had a lot of fun just doing 28 by 28 pixel emotes, and I've basically sort of tried to remake characters and things that I've done before in different formats and make them in tiny little hot pink and neon green pixel versions as well. So that's been really fun. So hopefully that's unlocked a new one, so we can have that for everyone in the chat and all of that jazz. So I'm just gonna have a little catch up on the chat. What's going on? We've got people from all over the world here as well. Stu, you're in Australia, right? So thank you so much for joining us. Sam Blackmore, I absolutely stacked it in the wet there after trying to beat a Strava record after uni. Talking about Daveside, the skate spot here in Bristol, that is stacking it on that concrete is never nice. Stu has been having 21 straight days at work. Oh, and Let's Brock, the infamous Let's Brock, is doing a stream tonight. Oh, very nice. So please do go follow Let's Brock. He is a wonderful gentleman. Aaron RP is working on a board game and looking at very distance plans for events. Yeah, fun. Yeah, events is a funny thing, right? I mean, I've talked about this before. This is a big reason why this stream exists, because I really enjoy doing chats and all of that jazz and traveling and seeing things. And I mean, it's been twofold for me. Sort of in the last year or so, I've been really conscious of flying and carbon emissions and my responsibilities. So I've been trying to limit that, and then COVID hit, and what is the future of events going forward. So it feels like things like Twitch, I'm really enjoying this platform and having control. I can kind of make my own event. I can do those transitions, and I've got control of all of this stuff, and I'm really enjoying that. I'm really finding that fun. So it's really interesting to hear lots of other people are working out how they do things, make things, create things, share things, and how do you get those people together. So nice one. Stu says, Aussie. Oi. Whereabouts in Australia are you from, Stu? I don't think I know. Again, you should go and follow Stu Ballinger on Twitter, on Instagram. He makes beautiful art. He is amazing. So, talking about sharing stuff that we love, let's jump right into it, shall we? Hey. So some of these people are individuals that I'm fortunate enough to know. Some people are total strangers, and I just admire them from afar. But this is by no means a conclusive list. There's there for all the goods and the bads of social media, it is a great place to be inspired, and it is a great place to just be stoked for people and to see what other people are doing and to see them making awesome things. Of course, there's always a flip side to this where you just feel like, why I need to stop, because you're all amazing. But I feel like that is just a part of creativity. Of course, you're always going to be comparing yourself. You're always going to be analysing what everyone else is doing, and you just have to find that. You have to find that balance of you end up falling down the rabbit hole of loving someone's work, and then you're really excited and you're like, oh, that's amazing, that's beautiful, and then you feel that emotion go, oh, but why didn't you make it? So it's constantly trying to be aware of that. And so these people both inspire me and make me sick with their talent. And so I'm going to go through them, and I will post a link to them here in the chat as well. So please do go and follow them and support them, because hopefully you will love them as much as I do. Oh, before we jump in, Stu says he's from Horsham, Victoria. Oh, Victoria. Oh, I keep hearing things about Victoria. I hope you guys are okay with COVID. I know, no, it's all just bonkers all over the place. And again, a big reason why we like hanging out in the happy place, just a bit of a release, a bit of an escape. So, jumping into this awesome artwork, and also another side note, I'm probably going to mash all of these names wrong. So if you know these people and you are these people, I apologize in advance for getting and pronouncing your names wrong. I know how easy it is for people you see a username and you totally read it in a different way, even though it can be blindingly obvious. So apologies straight up for that. So first is Made by Studio JQ. And I just love what they do. They seem to share, I don't know if it's an individual or a company or a firm or whatever, but not only do they share beautiful artwork, a lot of CG, beautiful thingies, they also seem to share a lot of work in progress as well. There's a real sort of mix to their stream, and I really like that. I think sometimes I worry, like everyone does, I worry about my own output, and my output on my Instagram is quite chaotic, and it's never one same thing. And I think if you're interested in numbers, and of course, let's be real, numbers help. Of course they do. They're going to help you with your profile and your connection with people, and that could lead to jobs, and that could lead to work and opportunities. But at the same time, there's sometimes not an awful lot you can do about that. You've just got to keep making and creating. And so I worry sometimes that my feed, which is a bit of all sorts of stuff, does me not harm, but doesn't help. But it's also really encouraging to see people like Made by Studio JQ that have this, and I look at it and I love it, and I love things like this where they're sharing what they're actually doing on screen. They're sharing work in progress. I really like that. It just gives a nice, it's a real connection to it. You're really seeing into their working process. I don't know where they're based. I don't know anything about them apart from I really like their stuff. I really like a lot of their graphic design, and they really like mashing lots of things together. And it seems like a lot of this stuff is client commission work, but also personal things. All the good stuff mixed together. Things like this, seeing different parts of the process and seeing it all come together. I really like it. Welcome to Phoenix Studios in the chat. Hi Greg, hope you're doing well, mate. We are just going down the rabbit hole of awesome creators' work on Instagram and sharing all the good stuff. And it's just great, it's just nice to see. Hilton Warburton, welcome to the chat as well. Hello to people who haven't tuned in before. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for giving us your lunch break. Hopefully this is a useful and motivational useful thing for you. Aaron says he always appreciates people who show the process. Yeah, absolutely. Me too. And Adora Attack, my friend Craig, says that there is a Robocop piece by these guys. Let's see if we can find it. I mean, there's so much good stuff. I like all of this. I like it. Oh, deforming stuff. I know Adora Attack, Craig, you will like all of that stuff. Just playing, just experimenting, seeing. Craig's now saying, go up. Is this like when your mum uses the internet and you're like, just click, double click, double click it? No, don't scroll. Is this like moving a mouse by really painfully? Robocop. Where's Robocop? Robocop. Where's Robocop 2? Am I looking for a Robocop? I think Craig says, I think of you as my mum. Thanks, mate. Is this Robocop? Is this a Robocop car? I don't know. I don't know what you're talking about, Craig. I'm so confused. But it's all beautiful. I'm going to put this in the chat. I'm going to share this link in chat. In chat. So there we go. Nope. Is that pasted? Nope. Come on. Flipping out. This is hard. This is embarrassing, isn't it? Don't mind me, I'm just using the internet. Right, on to the next one. Mr. Michelle is her username, and her real name is Michelle Robinson. And I found her a couple of days ago, and I've just instantly fell in love with her beautiful artwork. I think it's because it's a lot of gold. How can you not love a lot of gold? And it makes me think of Gustav Klimt and that kind of going back to art school and stuff. But her work is absolutely beautiful. And again, just about her feed, I really love that she mixes progress pieces, finished pieces, and, you know, real photographs of her and her life. I love a peek into people's creative processes and by extension their whole lives as well. I think that is a really nice thing that is a big positive for social media. I mean, look at that. How has she done the lovely little bumps? Oh, 24 karat gold leaf as well. That's lovely. Absolutely gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And it's great seeing her process as well of different stuffs as well. And yeah, I sort of fell down a rabbit hole of her paintings of her flowers. Oh, beautiful. I mean, look at that. Oh, acrylic in 23 karat gold leaf on canvas. Oh, beautiful. It's just really gorgeous. So yeah, it's great seeing more about the person. I like that. I really like that. I think I saw a thing of her work was someone collected it, someone purchased it. I think quite a famous person. I can't remember where I saw it, but it's awesome. Look at all. Hello, Known Origin in the chat. Welcome, Wicked Skinny. Always welcome seeing traditional painting and illustration in my feed, says Wicked Skinny. Yeah, me too. Yeah, I think because I'm personally interested in all sorts of things from illustration and photography and painting and sculpture and toys, and you know, I love that. I like all sorts of things. Like I follow a lot of car accounts as well, and I'm just not really into car. I'm not that much of a car person, but I am. I like the aesthetics of cars, so you know, it's just nice sort of curating the images that pop up and just inspire you, because that's the beautiful thing, right? It can just take you off in a totally different tangent at absolutely any point, because you might just go, oh, you know, I liked how reflective or pearlescent that paint was on that car. I'm going to put that into my CG render of a face. You know, you always make these connections, which I think is great. So yeah, Michelle Robinson, absolutely beautiful work. Go follow her. I will paste her link here on the chat. Amazing. Oh, that was it, Tan France. I think Tan France from... Also, shout out Tan France, because he's a proper Midlands lad. Yeah, I love him in Queer Eye. He's great. So he's collected her work. How cool is that? Very cool. Very cool. Right, on to the next one. I'm going to mash this one. Gaussian Crayon. I'm not quite sure, but I love it. It's like death metal arcade covers. And I'm not quite sure how it's done. I don't know if it's digital or it's pencil or it's whatever it is, but I love it. It kind of feels old school. Feels like you'd find these sort of etchings in a book, in a really old occult book. And I don't know if it's who, what, where, if it's an individual, if it's a team, but it doesn't matter, because look at it. Look at it. Known Origin says it's epic. It is epic. Really nice. I wish I had the skills for this kind of you know, realistic rendering of anything really. I just don't. I think I always favor simplicity, and I think I favor simplicity because I can't do complexity. So it's not really a favor. It's a no, you can't do the other stuff, mate. So you know, stick at it. I've tried. But you know, when you see others do it so well, you know, when you just know you can't break through something, you know you can't break through that. It's always really tricky. So I just admire and I'm inspired from afar. Wicked Skinny says, I'd rock a closet full of those designs. Absolutely. Is that beautiful? Lots of schools, lots of gnarliness. Really cool. Oh, Mr. Gorky has shared one. Monkey mouth. Oh, we'll click that at the end. Nice. Thanks for sharing, Mr. Gorky. Thank you very much. Yeah, Known Origin says that the level of detail in these pieces is immense. Yeah, absolutely awesome. Oh, so they are. Oh, they're really fine drawing pens. I see. Awesome. So that is Gaussian Crayon. Let's see if I can copy. Flipping heck. It is. It's like watching your dad use the internet, isn't it? Next one. On to the next one. Oh, Erica Anderson. I've been following her for a while, and I think actually thanks to Stu in the chat. I follow her on Twitter mainly, but she just makes these absolutely beautiful, moving, organic visualizations, and I just want to live in them. I don't know how she does it. They've all got this beautiful analog, organic something to them. Stu just said wait for our collab. Oh mate, if you're collabing with her, big ups yourselves. Just, I mean, that looks like the shimmer from Annihilation. Everything's just got this something to it. I mean, Instagram also murders the compression of these things, which is never good. But I just love these sort of visual scapes. I don't know. It's hard to describe. I wouldn't know where to start. I really wouldn't know where to start, and I'm just in awe of making. She's prolific as well. She's always sharing things, always making work. Oh, I would love to do stuff like that. Known Origin says we're trying to get Eric on Known Origin. Yeah, I don't blame you. She is an absolute treat. Oh, and Sam Blackmore is sharing some more love. My friend Michelle creates similar artwork to Goes in Crane, and it's incredible. She just worked with Metallica too. Oh, awesome. Thank you for sharing all of these in the chat. Yeah, please do. If you have other recommendations, then please do. Oh, look at all of this stuff. Lovely. Oh, she's using After Effects hashtag, so is that all in After Effects? I'm surprised After Effects can make something that good. It's always can always be a bit fiddly, but yeah. So her work is absolutely awesome. Just totally can see that at just huge, VJ installations and all of that good stuff. And I think and Stu will be able to tell us in the chat. She's a 2D animator. This is not 3D. What? What? But it looks three-dimensional. What is this voodoo? Yeah, she just did something. She had her work huge on a side of a building. Is that right, Stu? So massive props to her. Oh, props to her for getting all of that out of After Effects. Amazing. So copy that bad boy. Go and follow her awesome work. Erica Anderson. Erica of Anderson. She's Erica of Anderson on Twitter as well. Very, very cool. Aha, B-Teeth. I am lucky enough to have met B-Teeth in Salt Lake City many years ago. I went to Salt Lake City to give a talk to share a bike film I'd made with a bunch of friends called Bikes Mind. And thanks to the AIGA, the American Institute of Graphic Artists, is it? There you go. Yeah. I got the chance to go out to Salt Lake City, and my friend Kyle, who was sort of looking after me when I was there, says, I want you to meet this guy Dan. He worked at Big Cartel at the time, and I went to meet this guy, and he gave me this huge folder of loads of work, of prints of his work, and I just instantly fell in love. I love him and I hate him because he is both technically proficient at super crisp, clean vector. He can also paint with oils and acrylic. He is a brilliant graphic designer. He's just got the skills. I also think we look quite similar, but I'm just a rubbish version of him. This is down here on the right. He's got more tattoos than me. He's cooler than me. His work's better than me. He's just awesome. I'm just a massive fanboy of B-Teeth because his work is just killer. I love the fact that it will be bright and colourful and something like that. And then let me see if I can find a painting of his. He's also awesome at gold. He makes awesome 3D products as well, like pins, and he does a lot of letterpress work.
Keep the time.
Hello, Muller is following. Hello, Tom. Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for dropping by, my good man. And he also, shares his family life as well. So yeah, everyone go follow B-Teeth because I am. There we go. It's one of his paintings. How can he do that? I love him and I hate him. I love him and I hate him. Not talking about you, Tom. You stay, Tom. So yeah, BT is amazing. I met him in Salt Lake, but then I think he moved to New York, but I think he lives somewhere else now. I'm not quite sure where, but he is awesome. And he's part of Young Jerks, a company he founded with another Dan. So please do go follow BT. He's amazing. Proper fanboy I ams. There you go, that's his link in chat. What a human. And then following on from that is Young Jerks, the company that Dan works for, and these are just great graphic designers. They seem to put a lot of fun in their work. Great typography, great design, great everything. And because I love Dan's work, it's awesome having seeing the two of them come together as well, and just making good stuff and just having fun with it as well. You know, having a graphic design studio that is you know, they do all sorts of things, but they never take themselves too seriously, and having that fun and that comedy. But you know, then they'll make beautiful things like that. These graphic designers, super cool. So yes, also follow Young Jerks. I'll put that in the stream. Copy, pasty. Who's next on the list? Oh, Ash Thorpe. If you've tuned into a stream before, you will heard me wax lyrical about Ash Thorpe, and also whenever you've tuned into, if you've ever heard me and James do our Hustlemania, we are basically just massive fanboys of Ash Thorpe, who is also just a true polymath he seems to be able to do every single style and every single look. He's making his own Star Wars inspired short. He also designed the new Batmobile in the new Robin Pattinson Batman. He's designed a lot of cars for Ken Block in the Gymkhana video. Stu Ballinger says Ash Thorpe, aka Sci-Fi Jesus Christ. Yes, that is it. I've been lucky enough to meet him a few times, and I just always go to jelly whenever I see him. I'm like, hey man, how's it going? I'm just a total dweeb around him because I just love him. I just love what he can do, and especially a lot of his CG stuff. I genuinely thought like, oh, you've shot that, you're a photographer as well, but a lot of this is all CG. He's just too good. But he doesn't just do cars. He does all sorts of stuff. Helen Muller says, we must crush him. Yeah, Ash, stop being so damn good. But also he does lots of different sort of beautiful graphic design. He's also got this gorgeous style. He's really good at this style too. He has worked on loads and loads of super cool movies as well. A lot of time working with G-Monk. He's I mean, how? Oh, he did an Akira short called Awaken Akira, which in my eyes, Akira is the greatest piece of media ever in the world. And then like no one could touch it. Yeah, Ash touches it and it's incredible. And he did that as a passion project with a buddy of his. So yeah. Oh, he's also super good at drawing as well. He's just amazing. I'm just a huge fan of his versatility, of his passion, of his drive. He works so hard. He works every hour of every day. He also, does a lot of writing. He does a podcast. Ash Thorpe is Sci-Fi Jesus Christ. Absolutely Sci-Fi Jesus Christ. Oh, he's also a great photographer. Super good photographer as well. So there you go. He also did a comic boy called Lost Boy, I think it was Lost Boy. Where was it? Anyway, he's great. He's amazing. Everyone follow Ash Thorpe, and God bless Sci-Fi Jesus Christ. Absolute idols. Stu said it right. He's an idol. He's an absolute idol. Jumping on to a totally different aesthetic style, one that I found recently that I love by Rosie Clark, and I really like it's pink. Who doesn't love pink? But I love her commitment to her style, yet the style is sort of changing all the time, and it's a lovely combination of all sorts of different things. And just, I aspire to have a creative feed like that. I think it's great. I think it's really nice. I'm not quite sure where Rosie is from, but I love it. I love all the different people. I love the images chosen and the photography, and keeping busy. That's how you build a portfolio, right? You just build and do and make and create and make and create and You know, don't wait for it to be perfect. You know, make and make and make, and you know, these are great. These are absolutely great. And yeah, I followed her recently. It's always a joy when something pops up. It's like, oh, wicked, something new from Rosie. She's also great with colour as well, colour and gradients. Super good, super good. Thank you, Rosie Clark. You are an inspiration. Let's copy that into chat. Big up, Rosie. Who's next on the list? Alex, I'm going to mash his name. Alex Trochet, Trotchet, if you're from England, Trotchet. Aye. Alex's work is just bonkers, as you can tell by his 88.7 thousand followers. Just gorgeous lettering, style, design. Again, you know, look, you got things like that, and then you got things like that. Just a great designer, artist, art director. Just a mash of styles and just a real confidence in what they do. Lovely, lovely. Reviver Knight says, I feel so inferior. Oh mate, I know. I am really stoked to share all of this, but I'm also just dying a little inside. But again, all you can do is just take the positive aspects out of things, can't you? That's all you can ever do, you know. And it is just a natural part of your creativity where you just hate everything, hate yourself, and hate everything you've ever made. And then hopefully the next day you might not hate it as much. You know, it's always going to change. It's always different. But Alex's work is just beautiful. Really, really cool. He's doing lots of cool collaborations with lots of different things. He is very, very awesome. Please do go and follow him. That's Alex's work. On to the next one. Another Bristol legend, and I've mentioned Ruff before. Ruff Mercy is a Bristol-based director, designer, animator, and he is the OG. He is the originator of that style that you see sort of repeated quite a lot now with you know, live action video with hand drawn scribbles and pops and gnarly things. He is the man that sort of started all that, and he's showing a little video there. That kind of boop boop boop. That rich, textured. Oh, look at it. I mean, I just love his stills as well. Just that layer and layer and layer and layer and layer and layer. And he, like, I also love, he takes all these photos of his kids, and he does all this like photo manipulation. And again, I love seeing that. I love seeing people's life. As well, mixed in with all of their just great stuff. There you go. Just did a video. Dilla, Naz, Madlib. You know, that kind of style, that thing. He has got it down. But then it's always unique and new and organic and. I just want to, everything's got that tactility, you know, that tactility and that sort of warmth to it. And that's proper mixed media, proper sort of mixed media of all these different things. And every single frame of his is a style frame, you know. Like he just did this Gets Mozambique video. Super good. Ruff Mercy forever. If you watch the Run the Jewels video that I shared and a few streams back, he was their man behind that. Beautiful. I'm always inspired and motivated by Mr. Ruff Mercy. Big ups, Russ. There you go. Go follow. Go show him some love. Oh, who's this guy next? A lovely man by the name of Tom Muller, who's in the chat, lurking. I've had the privilege to meet Mr. Muller many times. Me, him, and James Signal Noise have just became friends at talks and stuff. And I'm a massive fan of A, Tom's studio. Look at it. But B, just all of his graphic design work. In particular, obviously, he's been doing a lot of work for Marvel and X-Men recently. Just beautiful, beautiful work. And Tom's just always had this again, intricate, layered, detailed style. At the same time, it can be totally bold and graphically simple. And at the same time, it can be just really intricate and just, Tom is the master. And he's a great speaker as well. It's lovely hearing him talk about his process and the things that go into making his work. Tom, you're dead good, man. Like, this is beautiful. Obviously, really important sentiment, statement, and just powerful and impactful. And your use of typography and texture, Tom, as so good. And it's great seeing all of this New Mutant stuff come out, and that typography, man, is just so good. I also love seeing this. Was this your early design development? Just that kind of, it makes me think to the good old days of the sort of 2000s era, you know, tech vector stuff, but you brought it into a new light. So everyone follow Helen Miller. It just beautiful work, mate. Beautiful. You know, seeing all this, how cool is that? You got to make a Wolverine logo. Amazing. So good. So good. Tom is the Don. It is a true fact. Awesome. Big love to Tom. Big love. Big love. Everyone go follow him. I hope you're well, Tom. I hope you are staying safe. On to the next one. Oh, Drew Millward. I've adored and fanboyed Drew's work for such a long time. He's just a dead funny northerner, which makes everything always good. And he's always moaning about the Tories, so we get on like a house on fire. But he's just great, man. He's just got this control of colour and detail, and I don't know how he does it. It's his work. I could just look at it forever and ever and ever. It's just got such gorgeous amounts of details, and his line widths and everything is so sort of organic, and everything tapers, and it's got these curves to it, but they're just beautifully flowing curves. And then his typography work as well that goes into that is kind of almost 60s, 70s as well. I mean, look at him. Even in his most simplest form, you know, here with loads of texture and details, I just love it. Yeah, I've been a long time fan of Drew, and I think it's just seeing his variety and just, you know, when you just love someone's work, you just love it. You're like, yes, I love everything. You can never make anything bad, because it's not subjective. It's not an opinion. It's you're brilliant. You're brilliant at what you do, and that's inspirational. You know, it's so inspirational. I mean, look at this. Look at this. Super good. Super good. His use of texture is absolute beast. Mr. Gorky said it best. Absolute beast. Even this, look, it's sort of super cute, gorgeous. It's gorgeous. I couldn't make that in a million years if I tried. Just couldn't. Look at that. Totally different style. That's gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. Yeah, Drew is a beast. Go and support him. He's always putting out lots of products and prints and things. So, also all of his drawings are just amazing as well. So good. Please do go and support Drew, because he is just an absolute legend and super good. Super good. Gary Stranger. So I'm on the outskirts of the world of graffiti. It's not something I know. Got a few good friends who are very much in that world, but I don't know too much about it. But this guy who writes Gary, his work with the can and his typography is bonkers neat. How do you make this? And the fact he writes Gary, that, you know, his tag is Gary. He writes Gary. That's amazing. Look how neat this vector is. I would struggle to do this in Illustrator. But then he's got this really fluid, gorgeous style as well with the fade. Golden Fortress says, is Gary Stranger your alter ego? I wish, Simon. I wish. Look at it. So neat. So neat. So precise. just seeing someone with such a command of their craft is always motivational. It's always, always, always inspirational. So yeah, go follow Gary Stranger. Just absolutely incredible. The neatness, I tell you. Phoenix Studio says, Gary Stranger, Gav's evil twin brother. Yeah, we've never been in the same place at the same time. No one knows. On to some more CGI beautifulness. Luca Morgan Choice, aka Velvet Spectrum. I'm sure anyone in the 3D world follows Velvet Spectrum, but I'm just always blown away by their work. Just the typography is absolutely stunning. Just got a great style that sort of permeated across all of their work. Just now, this is X Particles and Cinema 4D. Beautiful, and I've seen Adora Attack is at the top comment there as well. But again, it's versatile, really versatile. And I guess that's the nature of commercial design, right? Actually, you can switch things up and be versatile and do different kind of styles for the clients. Known Origin in the chat says, all of this newness is so refreshing. Thanks, Gav. Oh, you're more than welcome. Just thank you to these incredible people. Oh, and Hello Muller says, Luke and I used to work at the Studio Output together for a while. Wow, I did not know that. Yeah, just insanely good, insanely talented. Yeah, I fell in love with a series of things he did a little while ago. These like infinite looping, and you recognise that from the Cinema 4D splash screen. Just sort of intricate things. Knowing the right materials to use is also another great thing in 3D, and it can often be sort of understated, but just getting the best out of the images. It's one thing being able to do it, but then using the right colours, the right textures, all of this, all that. What an absolute beast. Absolute beast. Typography work. Known Origin said generative. I don't know, actually. Maybe Helen Muller knows more about his process than I do. I'm not quite sure. To me, it kind of looks like tons of clones, really, rather than generative. I think it's all Cinema 4D, so it's all planned. But I could be totally wrong. Totally wrong. Yeah, go follow Velvet Spectrum. I'm sure everyone already does, of course. But please do. Anyway. I love doing that. It's really, really fun. I love that thing. Side note, I am going to do a stream one day where we just make a beat from scratch with that funny old thing, just to see what we can do. Thanks for the indulgence. Always a pleasure with that. So next on the list, we are Tado. I've followed the work of Tado for a really long time and just always adored their hyper cute, beautiful, fun, gorgeous graphic goodness. Basically, they're two of the sweetest human beings, Mike and Katie. I mean, just look at their little family. Also, look at their studio. They're just great. Everything they've always done is great. I am a big fan. I got the chance to work with them a few years ago. I ended up co-directing a stop frame film with them for Sanrio with Hello Kitty, which was awesome. They're just so nice. Such lovely people. Let's Brock says 4-hour music stream, please. Yes. Don't careful what you wish for. They make toys. They make graphics. They build things. They make things. You know, they made all of this themselves. When we worked together, they designed, built, sculpted, painted all of these things. They're just great. Wicked Skinny in the chat says waiting for Tado's Jankies to arrive. Oh man, I didn't know they'd done one. We need a Jam Factory Janky. Oh, if you can put in a good word for me or pretend to put in a request, let's do it. I'd love that. I'm also going to just stream about vinyl toys as well because I want to share some of my favourites and the process and stuff. I mean, look at them. They just bring joy to the world. Aren't they awesome? So good. They're awesome. They're so nice. And I've loved seeing their career evolve and change over time as well. And they're just, you know, they're the OGs of gorgeous, fun character design. So big ups, Mike and Katie. There you go. This was them making the puppets for the thing. So good. So good. Everyone go and follow Tado because they are lovely. Who's next on the list? Also boy, Carl Addy. So I met Carl at a FITC talk quite a few years ago, and he is just an awesome designer and a director. Again, I just like Ash Thorpe. I just fell in love with his style. He's just got this great use of typography and texture, but he does a lot of CG and 2D and photography. He's just great. He used to work at the mill. I'm not quite sure if Carl still does work at the mill, but he was doing great stuff there. He just had the most exciting, coolest project. I mean, he's just a super cool guy. He's in a band with the Macbeths. Doesn't get any cooler than that, does it? He just does lots of cool, interesting, different work, and his commercial output is always different, you know. And again, that's the great thing about commercial creativity is you're sort of forced to make new things, new styles. But yeah, he's great at photography. He's great at texture, at tone, at graphic design. Just great. And also he sort of does all of this hand-drawn text, and it's just beautiful. Carl Addy, Altar Boy, absolute genius. Oh yeah, he spoke at FITC 2018. Go follow Carl. He is amazing. Who's next on the list? Signal Noise. I don't know if you guys have heard of this guy. He's a young upstart. He uses a lot of pink and neon. He could really do with your support. He's quite new to the game. He needs the help. I'm kidding. If you don't know, James White, aka Signal Noise, is a master of the 80s aesthetic, from chrome typography to glowing rings to... Yeah, James is just an absolute OG of this style. He is prolific. He's always making work. He can draw, he can paint, he can dance, he can sing. I don't know if he can dance or sing. I bet he can. James is great. He's a very old friend of mine. We met on Flickr many moons ago, and we stayed friends ever since. He was based in Nova Scotia in Canada, obviously based in Bristol, and he now lives in the UK with his wife, so we're even closer. And we're going to try and do a Hustlemania live Twitch stream at some point as well, if we can get both accounts working. But yeah, James is just the nicest guy on the planet. I mean, he's Canadian, it goes without saying. Super talented, been doing it for 20 years, knows his stuff, you know, just... his infamous Drive poster, and you know, a lot of people know he's worked through that. He's worked for tons of different clients. He's just great. There you go. He's what's to say about James? He's lovely. He uses hot pink. He's absolutely amazing. Go follow James White, aka Signals. If you don't already, where have you been hiding? On to the next one, Poke Studio. Jonathan Ball. I didn't know Poke Studio's actual name was Jonathan Ball. I didn't. I just know them as Poke Studio. I just love it. They're just great with characters and just lots of details and lots of bits and lots of fun, and just they live in a world that I want to live in. Just great. I think a lot of his work is in Blender as well, which is very cool to see. I want to see his work as toys. I do. Just lovely. You know, does all sorts of different styles of work, but I was always drawn to his just mad color combo, you know, lots of intricacy, lots of bits. Is absolutely brilliant. I mean, look at that. It's great. Just, but then, you know, look at that. That's amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, Poke Studio. The king. There's always something new to find in his work. That's what I love about it. Absolutely amazing. So do go and follow Poke Studio. Amazing. Who's next? Who's next? Matt Taylor Draws. Matt Taylor, flipping heck. He's dead good at that drawing, he is. Just, again, another person that has just got detail and style to hand. Just got loads of cool clients, loads of sort of cool gigs, cool jobs that are always happening, just always seem to do an amazing poster or print or creation for someone somewhere. And he just puts the work out there, just epic. I mean, look at that. I didn't know that he did the cover art for the Colour Out of Space. Just amazing. I mean, flipping heck. Pretty good, that. Have you heard of these guys? These are called Some Superheroes. They're quite popular. You should check them out. Look, and you can also illustrate like that. Just super talented. Also uses a lot of pink, which is absolutely fantastic. It's great, just that perfect balance of huge client work, but great personal work as well, and just personal explorations. Matt Taylor, what a guy. Also an absolute don of colours. Absolute don. Matt Taylor Draws. Fantastic. Who's next? Mark Ryden. So this is an artist that I've loved for a really long time, and I just love his weirdness. He does a lot. I don't know if it's oil and acrylic, but I've just always loved his weirdness. I used to have one of his prints hanging in the toilet because it freaked people out. He's just a weird, interesting, kooky guy as well. I mean, look at that for a studio. That is a den. So good. I think I'm just totally fascinated by him. I mean, look at this. I want to be that guy. I want to wear a pink suit with a huge painting. There you go. Oil on panel and hand-carved wood frame. Absolutely amazing. Absolutely amazing. Yeah, I'm just a massive fanboy for his style, his weird and wonderful. Again, you just look and look and look and always find new things. He's great. Absolutely great. Mark Ryden forever. There you go. Someone in the chat. Who's next on my list? Orsa is someone I have the pleasure of working with at Aardman, and she is a brilliant director and a character designer and animator, and she recently directed the beautiful puppet music video for Coldplay's Daddy. This thing was beautiful, all hand puppeteer, just gorgeous in style and colours and tone, and she's a real inspiration as well, just making beautiful work, award-winning, super lovely human being. She's great. Also is killer, and it's great, you know, when we were at work, sat about 12 foot away from us, it's great, you know, being a part of her creative life and seeing her her career flourish and grow and move on to bigger and bigger and bigger things. Every time you just think, flipping heck, how could she do more? She does more. So Orsa is awesome. See what I did there? See what I did there? Daniel Arsham, I think I'm pronouncing that right. I think I found his work just on like Hypebeast or something like that. But he does these awesome sort of grainy sculptures of sort of pop culture icons, and he's a super fancy artist. And I think I found him through Cause as well. So just, you know, there we go. He made a ceramic eroded Porsche 992. Of course, not your average everyday artist to get that that kind of work, but you know, he's clearly worked super hard, and he does a lot of work, a lot of different things, and he's kind of got this style where he's like this eroded thing with these crystals in, huge scale artwork as well. Just it's just, I'd love to exist in that world where you can make these huge gigantic things. Everything's always weird and wonderful, and it's just great. I need to follow more people like this, more sort of contemporary artists that work in sculpture and galleries and things like this. So yes, please do share them in the chat. That'd be awesome to find more. So Daniel Arsham, what a guy. Lovely. Leonardo, I'm going to say this right, Leonardo Works, yes. CG beautifulness, complex things and textures and colours, and I love all those organic shapes together and colours as well. I think I'm attracted a lot to colours, just lovely typography, sort of soft pastels. Is that real? Is that digital? I just don't know. That almost looks like an Eames product. It looks like a coat hanger or something. Yeah, I love this sort of stuff. Just intricate and fun and colourful and glossy, and it's hard. It's hard to get right as well. It's really hard to get right. Loads of, you know, you just think, oh, it's just some blocks. It's, you know, it's not. There's more than one block. There's lots to do, and again, just, you know, knowing the materials and the colours and the textures to use. You look at that. That's great. It looks like a speaker. I would buy that. Leonardo Works. Fantastic stuff. Boolean God, Stu says. Absolutely. God of Bulls. Julio Lopez. I love his work. He does a lot of big bears, and I really like the big bears. Just great, funny, cool, cute, rounded 3D character stuff. Really, really cool. I think in his bio, does he work for... Oh, Digital Sculptor, Clash Royale. And Supercell. Yeah, I love this sort of stuff. Again, texture, lighting. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's a Bros Mine character. Oh, nice. I didn't know those guys were connected. Awesome. I'm a big fan of Bros Mine. I shared their book on the last stream about books. I would love to be able to sculpt both physically and digitally. Unfortunately, I cannot. But this guy can. That is why you should follow him. Half Steak Julio. Go and follow. Go and follow. Untitled Army. I'm sure a lot of you follow this person. Girl, guy, not sure. Person, human, creator. Just this lovely use of materials and texture. And then I can't tell if they draw this. This is a drawing, and then they make, oh yes, it is drawing. Says it in the picture. And then they make it in 3D. Just always weird and wonderful. Always bring a smile to my face whenever I see them on pop up on my feed. And they've always got this gorgeous glowing quality, like the subsurface scattering here of that skin. So hard to get right, and they've absolutely nailed. Just, yeah, again, you can just look and look and look. There you go. There's a sketch, and then there's a thing. Gorgeous. Absolutely gorgeous. And weird and wonderful. And weird and wonderful. Untitled Army. Go follow. Go follow. We're nearly there. We're nearly there. How many we got? Final stretch. Final stretch. Mr. Gorky. Our chat's very own Mr. Gorky. Now, I love Mr. Gorky. I've loved your work for a very long time. I love these. I tried to get one. Unfortunately, you were all sold out. And I'm not surprised because they are awesome. I love your aesthetic and I love the texture and the detail, and these just remind me of the awesome sort of 80s 90s toys that are all the same color. And you just loads of great collaborations as well and connections. Come on, internet. No, not wanting to show that. And that as well, ZBrush sculpting. What a beaut. What a beaut. So you can give us some tips, Mr. Gorky, on how to go about doing the blends. So good. I love all your detail and the tapering and all of that. Super, super good. Super, super good. Yeah. Gorky the oozing god. Absolutely. Absolutely. Oozy. Lines and tapers and detail and oh. Now you're talking my colorway. Neons and yes. So good. Always loved your work, Gorky. Absolutely fantastic. Detail and intricacy. Super, super good. Oh, and patches. Look at that. Oh, love a patch. Oh, what's this? What's this? Oh, I love the 8-bit. Wow, that's incredible. Amazing. So yeah. Love for Gorky. Beautiful. Look at that. That's great. So not only can you do 3D sculpting, you can do beautiful 8-bit artwork as well. Everyone go follow Mr. Gorky. Matt Voice, brilliant motion graphic designer and doing loads of typography stuff at the minute. Just really nice loops. Really nice loopy loopies. So good, right? Just great typography, great animation. Lovely. So hard to do that as well. There's one thing getting the type, you know, the type ready, but then to sort of tweak it and change it, it can be a right fiddle. Oh, this reminds me. I have a giveaway for the chat. I have a code for The Last of Us Part 2. So right before we log off, anyone that's still active in the chat that wants to take part, I have a giveaway Last of Us code. So stay tuned for that. That reminded me. Thank you, and that's thanks to a kind friend who's hooked us up. So yes, stay tuned for that. So go follow Matt Voice. Nearly there. Amber Vittoria, I found her work recently. Beautiful textures and wow, really nice combination of colours. And then the drawings over the top, really gorgeous. Again, just the sort of stuff that you can look at for hours and hours. I like finding the details and the sort of where the colour has gone and moved and blended. Really nice. I love her work. And again, it's great seeing her and seeing her process and seeing products and oh, look at that for feed. Just lush. Absolutely lush. Oh, look at that. Beautiful work. Amber Vittoria. Go and follow her. Go and follow Kane Pickerel. Wonderful animator. He just finished animating on The Willoughbys, a Netflix film. He's just a great animator and a great character designer. The god of squash and stretch. Just, I love his proportions. I love the oversizedness of it. Super good. I just love, yeah, I love his work and the energy to it. I think that's what's so fun.
I don't like jazz. You fear jazz. Oh, really? You fear the lack of rules, the lack of boundaries.
Oh, anything with a mighty boosh on it is.
I'm lost. It's a fence. No, it's soft. Ooh. You're creepy. Jazz is for losers.
See? Kane Pick, god of animation. So good. Mr. Jager was the reason I moved to Bristol. An incredible artist whose work has morphed and changed over the years into these gorgeous, huge, giant paintings of detail and life and colour. And believe it or not, there's characters in there. There's robots. A lot of his early work was sort of robot stuff. and I've got, you can't see it 'cause it's behind the screen, but I've got a huge robot painting there of Jago's that I got in exchange for making him his first website, which is just the best deal ever. But then seeing his work evolve and change as it gets more and more detailed and more layered and more just adding and adding and adding and adding and adding. Golden Fortress says that he remembers his Addict camo. Yeah, Jago, Mr. Jago was a big connection with Addict back in the day, back in the 2000s. Just beautiful screen prints. I mean, this compressed Instagram does not do it justice, but his work is beautiful. We've also got a silk of his in the bedroom as well, which is just beautiful. He's just, again, master of colour and detail. Jago forever. I'm always indebted to Jago for introducing me to the creative network of Bristol. What a G. What a G. Few more to go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right. Ogali Alex. Oh, I found his work recently. His photography is absolutely stunning. Just his use of tones and colours and composition is absolutely beautiful. I need to follow more photographers. So if you have any recommendations on sort of art photographers, I just love it. I love that he always uses black models. It's just beautiful imagery. Just, again, someone who's just in charge of their craft. Super, super good. Again, every time an image pops up, you're just like, oh, this is the best thing I've ever seen. He's done a lot of super cool work. And he's a DOP as well. So, Ogali Alex. Ah, Cabeza Patata. I've probably mashed that name, and I'm so sorry if you're in the chat. I know we were chatting on Instagram. Their work is just wonderful. They had that awesome Spotify campaign recently. All of those clothes are CG. Oh, just their use of materials is bonkers. And again, their colours and the textures and lighting. I mean, look at that. Absolutely beautiful. They get so much character. Look. That looks like stop frame, right? That looks like stop frame mixed with live action clothing. All CG. Absolutely beautiful. They're a collaborative duo, and they're just, everything they do is awesome. Massive, massive fanboy. Cabeza Patata. And I'm sorry for saying that wrong. So sorry. So sorry. Cub Studio. Awesome. Lots of stuff about a certain idiotic demon president. Just super cool, cute, rounded, soft, smooth, wonderful, colourful, bright, bold. Creative studio making all sorts of different work. Followed their work for a long time as well. I love that sort of rounded look. Super good. Cub Studio. Cub Studio. 5 left. 5. And then we'll get onto the giveaway. Our very own Golden Fortress in the chat. I've put Simon's work in here. We were good buddies growing up in Leicester together as I was starting my creative career and he was doing his. It's great seeing Simon's work evolve, and his intricacy in his work is just growing and growing and growing. Just great. I love the symmetry in your work, Simon. I think it's fantastic. I also love this. I really like that. I like the no lines effect. I think that's great. I think that's really, really good. So yeah, it's great seeing Simon's work and body work and line work evolve as well. It's very, very awesome. So big up our own Golden Fortress. Big up, big up, big up. What's next? Rich T-Pain! One of my oldest friends, and he was after I lived on my own in Bristol, thanks to Jago, I met Rich, and then we became flatmates and best friends ever since. And Rich, just seeing Rich's work evolve as well over the years, is ace, seeing his process evolve, seeing all of his work with Spider-Man is great. He's just awesome. Just mashing together all of these sort of pop culture icons, and then all of his use of texture and pattern, and his love of Jack Kirby as well. He's awesome. It's great seeing Rich evolve. He had an awesome solo show in Bristol at the end of last year. It's just a lovely human, is Rich, a dear friend, and I mean, look at that, meter by meter canvas, super good. Yeah, Rich forever. He's awesome. He just did painted a hoarding where he was asked to paint nothing political. That was the words of the brief, and so he just wrote nothing political, and then they whitewashed it. They weren't happy with him, and that's because Rich is awesome. Rich T Paint for life, forever and ever and ever. Last three. Jade Purple Brown. I just started following her work, and again, colour obsessed artist. She's awesome. Super colourful, super bright, super bold. Just a use of clashing colours that I would never put together and never think to put together, and they work, and she does it and she smashes it. Just bold and bright and beautiful, and again love seeing the actual people behind the feeds as well, and seeing them, seeing their creations. You know, it's ace to hear people's journey and to hear people's progress as well is just always super cool. I love it. Jade Purple Brown, absolutely awesome. Brightens up your day. Brightens up your day. Two more. Human. She's an epic painter. Super beautiful, super detailed. Mad complex colours, textures, drips. Just again, just a command of colour and paint. You know, there's one thing doing this stuff digitally. There's other things using paint and cans and scale. She's absolute queen, absolute queen. Just stunning work, and you know, moving around in the scale as well has just got to be so difficult. I love this. It's really cool seeing different styles being approached. Yeah, I'm a big fan of her work. Just I love the intricacy and the detail. Look at that, amazing. Yeah, she is awesome. In the chat, Known Origin says you should be a talent scout for Known Origin. I just love all the good stuff. Blooming love it. Right, last one, and then we're going to do the giveaway. Who's next on the list? Hey, it's our very own Adora Attack. My good friend Craig Minchinting, Bristol boy, originally from Wales. He is killing it in the 3D CG games. Just got himself a beast of a machine. Ooh, look at that! Just, it's great seeing Craig's work evolve and develop. Chef's kiss. Beautiful work. Just Craig's always pushing it, and you know, doing different types of work for different types of people. You know, film work, stills work, product work. Used to work for Isle of Dust. Yeah, Craig's done so much good stuff. Craig is a lovely human being as well, and he's a dad. He's just joined the dad club, so big ups, Craig. Welcome, Adora Attack. Right. That is my epic list. But before we go, I want to do the giveaway then for the code for The Last of Us Part 2 for PlayStation. So if we, let me see, how do I do this? Hang on. There we go. Can you still see? Good. Right. Hang on. So what we're going to do in the chat, anyone that's still here, whoop, we are going to do, I'm using Nightbot to do a giveaway. So, hang on, keyword. Anyone that wants to enter, just type, what should we do? Jam. We'll just say jam, J-A-M, and we will get Nightbot to automatically pick. Hang on, not yet. Cool. It's case insensitive, so it doesn't matter. A free copy of The Last of Us Part 2. Big ups my mystery friend who's kindly hooked us up with that. That's very kind. Let's Brock has done the wrong code again. Not Big Baps, that's your giveaway, not mine, you silly sausage. Any more, because I am going to hit jam in a minute. See, Phoenix Studios has got it smart. He does exclamation mark raffle. I haven't set that up yet. I've just told it to do jam. Let's Brock says, but Big Backs would have been good. So, hopefully, if I click this roll it, I've got no more for no more. Let's go. Roll it. Wicked Skinny! Wicked Skinny, you have done the one. Yay, that's good. Congratulations, Wicked Skinny. I will send you a message. Actually, if you could, I'll put my email here, gav@jamthatfactory.com. If you send me an email, I will send you the code. There we go. 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 Thanks so much, everyone, for stopping by and hanging out on your lunchtime. It's always been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for following, for watching, for listening. I'll be streaming again on Thursday, and this Thursday I'm going to be doing a deep dive into the FITC title sequence that I made back in 2018, which was a 2D motion graphics piece to celebrate the opening of the Creative Festival. So I'm going to be deep diving into that, so please do come and join. It will be 1 o'clock again on a lunchtime. Probably going to be streaming tomorrow night as well, actually, as I'm doing some vector work on my computer, but that probably will be 9:30 and just a bit of more of a mellow, not a planned stream, just again everyone hanging out and chatting and just kind of working and doing stuff as we're all creating. Do come and hang out on the Discord if you want a nice mellow place to hang out and to create. Hopefully have a fantastic time. Hopefully have a fantastic time. What does that mean? Hopefully have a fantastic time. What do I even mean? I don't know. My brain's gone. Thank you all so much for tuning in. I'll see you on either Wednesday night or Thursday afternoon lunchtime. Cracking time. Bye now. I've lost the ability to speak.